Hey guys, it's Colin from Hollywood Studios here. Today is Saturday, November 29th, which has unfortunately become the final day of Six Flags Great Adventures 2025 season. They were going to be open tomorrow, but weather is not conducive and they decided to close, so we are here today. Now you may be wondering why I'm walking, well, the wrong way. It's because I want to take a look at these supports for myself. For those of you that don't know, yesterday supports were spotted on site for the new coaster over here, so I want to see if I can get a look at them myself. Well, here's one view of them. You could see right there, look at that. Quite a heavy dose of supports. Now, this is the angle you really want to see them from right here. There's quite a large number. Obviously they are gray. That blue is just protective pieces. If you guys saw Zach's update on the channel from yesterday, this is old news, but I just wanted to come take a look at it for myself because this is very exciting. Now I know this is kind of irrelevant now, but tomorrow was supposed to be the second annual Hollywood meetup. Unfortunately, because of the park closing tomorrow, I had to kind of last second move it to today. So I'm not expecting a giant turnout, and if you guys are watching this and weren't able to make it, I'm very sorry. Unfortunately, of course, I obviously had nothing to do with the park closing tomorrow, so there's nothing I could really do about it, and it's not like I could push it to a later date because, well, this is it. So just gonna deal with the cards we're dealt. As you can see, when the Superman train comes by, the park is quite empty, which has been a pattern from what I understand for these grateful November weekends. I think the problem is that because they kind of made it very clear that Holiday in the Park was not returning this year, I think a lot of people took that as, well, I guess the park's closed after Fright Fest, which obviously it's not. But I think if they maybe marketed a little differently so that people actually, well, knew that the park was open, they might have gotten some more visitation. But I do hope that we do wind up seeing Holiday in the Park return next year, because not having Holiday this year, it's a pretty big bummer, I'm not gonna lie. Something that is very exciting is that because it's so dead, for one, we're gonna be able to get plenty of rides on Flash. And another exciting thing is that Mine Train is still open, and this is the latest I think I've ever seen Mine Train operate into the year, which is really, really cool. They are also having a bit of a giving event where you can bring in any of these items to give in right there for those in need. They also added this new exit only sign. I don't remember seeing that, so they're trying to make sure people do not go over there because they tend to do that for some reason. We're inside the park, and this is something I definitely expected to see. Due to high winds, some attractions may be temporarily closed. I noticed that one ride that definitely goes down pretty quick is going to be Runaway Train, because it never really operates in this cold weather anyways. So honestly, I think that might be a good place to start, just in case it does close for colder weather later on, because I never get to ride it in the cold like this. But this is very nice. I love that they have some holiday stuff decorated. The park's team really does care, which is very evident from everything they do. And even without Holiday in the Park, they find a way to make it work. I think maybe the best thing about today is that this is the last time I even need to look at this cup. I think I've been pretty clear on my criticisms of this cup this year. I know there is a different version of it that I never was able to get because they kind of gave it out later in the year, but this is quite possibly my least favorite cup they've ever had. So hoping that next year's cup is better, or that I don't even have to get next year's cup and I can just do the paper cup plan. But we don't really know how that's gonna work with Diamond Elite VIP members or just Legacy members in general. It's a little unclear. But look at that. Up ahead, you can see Wile E. Coyote and Foghorn Leghorn decked out in their Christmas attire. Looks like they're hanging out on a bench. I guess they're a little bored today. Over here in Adventure World, they still have quite a bit of Stranger Things merch left over, which for those of you that are fans of the show, obviously season 5 just dropped. So I'm very curious how much of this they're going to blow out today, because this is the last day to get rid of it. And this is also the only day, other than yesterday, the park has actually been open while Stranger Things 5 has been out. So if you want Stranger Things stuff, well, I guess it's too late now, but this would have been a great time to get it. As we know, El Toro, of course, is closed for winter maintenance, and it looks like they closed Adventure Gifts maybe just now because they're just wheeling the merch out. We're gonna go down here though, like I said, ride Mine Train. Medusa is closed for winter maintenance, so that last time I was here and saw it blocked off, that was it for the season for that one. So the only thing down here is Mine Train, but I'm fine with that because Mine Train is such a great ride. Over at Toro, where the retracking is happening, nothing's really changed. It's pretty much exactly the same as we saw it last time. Well, down here at Mine Train, for one, we have this new kind of planter thing, which I don't remember this one being here, so that's nice. And down here, the train's about to pass. Empty train, actually, and they're wasting no time in getting ready for the end of the season. Almost all the garbage cans are flipped. As you can see, Medusa is closed for winter maintenance, and there goes a very slow Runaway Mine Train. We were the only ones on it. Full-blown Zen ride, twice in a row in row 2, and it feels really wrong to be riding it at this time of the year because it's never, ever open this late. But I'm here for it. I love having Mine Train open this late. It's one of my favorite rides in the park. Like I said, that was running very slow. I thought we were going to valley, but we made it. And like I said, just glad to have it open. We might come back later if it's still open. I'm just very happy to have gotten on it. And now, well, there's really nothing else to do on this side of the park, so time to go to the other side, I guess. As we take a walk down the boardwalk, which obviously there's pretty much nothing open, I imagine we're going to see a lot of change come to this area next year. I mean, obviously you guys know I hate this area and I would like nothing more than to see it completely removed, but I don't think it's going to be completely removed. What I do hope is that all these game stalls in the middle get ripped out. I think they desperately need to go. I also hope that everything along the sides here gets at least a splash of paint, if not a complete remodel, because to me it's always looked kind of tacky. So hopefully they change that up a little bit. And I know I've been saying this for a while now, but my expectation is that slingshot and go-karts are probably done. So I can't actually access my member portal because they've completely like destroyed the way that works for legacy memberships. But I know I have a free ride on this, and if I can figure out a way to make it work, I would like to get a ride on it for one last time, presuming that it may close. Obviously, nothing's confirmed, it's just a rumor, but I would expect that these two rides are probably donezo. As for Superman, I don't think it's going to be called Superman for much longer. At least I hope not. I mean, obviously you guys know I hate this ride. I'd like to see it completely removed, but I mean, if they're going to keep it, they might as well retheme it, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Like I said, I think this area is just in general going to have a lot of change come next year. So take in your final sights from this video, because this could be it for a lot of these things around here. I think a lot's going to change come next year. Like I said, though, I do want to try and figure out a way to get myself on Slingshot with my pass holder points. I know I can, I just don't know how, so I'm going to try to figure it out. Over here on the other side of the park, they do have pictures with Santa going on. You can see there's actually a decent crowd. Hello! Over here for it, which is very, very cool. Very happy that they're doing that. You know, there's not much returning for holiday in the park type stuff, but they do have that, which makes me very happy. And of course, there is the show on the giant wheel, which is set up as a Christmas or holiday oriented show. Same thing at the fountain there. We don't have our giant tree, but we do have those little trees that do their show, which is cool. And obviously, Nitro's back, and they want to make sure you know about it because there are signs pointing to Nitro literally everywhere.
Special event,
like a horror Caribbean bar.
Right, and now it's just closed again.
Just took my first rides on Nitro in months because obviously it's been closed for a while with the downtime, and it was great to get back on. It's still running really good. It's actually running fast, which Nitro during holiday in the park is always one of my favorite times of the year to ride it. It's always so good. Did twice row 7, probably going to come back later to ride it some more. We're going to continue wandering through the park and kind of pad out our day until the meetup, which is now happening at 3 o'clock. Hopefully it's still successful, we'll see. But if you do wind up coming, let me know down in the comments if you were able to snag a pin. Now it is time for Skull Mountain. We rode Skull Mountain. I haven't ridden Skull Mountain in a long time. And the reason for it is because pretty much there's no effects anymore, which I really hope out of any ride that one gets a refurbishment relatively soon, because it definitely needs it. But the coaster itself is still fun. Then we're gonna go for our final ride of the year on the giant wheel. All right, up here on the giant wheel, let's see what we can see of those supports. It's actually very hard to see them from up here. Maybe if I catch it on the other, oh wait, maybe I'll catch it, let's see. No, I think the Right Stuff building just like perfectly blocks them. I mean, we can still get a great view of all the footers, but I do really want to see those supports from up here. But I don't think there's actually an angle, unfortunately. There's an angle of flash though, which does actually have a full train. That's probably the only ride in the park that has a line, because it kind of always does. Also could be some of our last views of Superman looking like this, potentially. Might get rethemed, who knows? Yes.
I think that was...
As for Toro, we are not going to see any other signs of the retracking at this point, because where they're doing the retracking is probably all in there, and there's just no way to really get a view of that from here. All right, we're moving again. I don't think we're going to get a shot of the supports. I mean, you can kind of see them over there, I think, but not really. Not a very good angle. All right, so we did the giant wheel, got those views. Now we're gonna go check out the merch situation in Six Flags Universe. I don't recall seeing these El Toro and Jersey Devil keychains. I really like these actually, especially the Great Adventure logo. Not a single Six Flags logo on this thing, just Great Adventure. I do like that. Those pins are nice too. They also have a couple of Green Lantern Nano coasters left. I might have to snag those, actually. They have even more Stranger Things merch 75% off over here at Six Flags Universe. And they actually have like a lot of the more popular sizes too. It's not just 2X, 3X, like they actually have a lot. And then they have 50% off for some of these Fright Fest designs as well. So they're really trying to just blow it out. After all this time, they still have Zumanjaro stickers. That's wild. There's also quite a few pieces of merch in here for Zumanjaro, and that has Ka and even Bizarro on it. So if you look close enough, you will find stuff. They still have plenty of this Six Flags pass holder merch, which I think is actually a pretty decent design. Tons of Hawkins stuff from Stranger Things, of course, and a few more Fright Fest apparels left. Then up here in the DC section of the store, there is quite a lot actually, and they actually, this is nice, they moved it down because a lot of the stuff was up all the way on the top and you couldn't reach it, but now they moved it down so you can actually reach it. And a lot of these sizes, let's see, XXL, there's a large, so it is a lot of the more larger sizes that are left, but there's still some smaller stuff left. So I made a stop by the guest services location and asked about the slingshot rides with my pass, and they recommended that I just go there, have them scan my pass, and that's how I'll find out if I have any rides. So I guess we're just gonna go roll the dice and see what happens.
Welcome to the slingshot. You guys are about to go up 225 feet straight into the air at 90 miles per hour. Keep your head back down to the grab bars for the launch. Riders, are you ready? All clear. Slingshot, you guys want to count down a surprise? Surprise! Wait, what's that?
All right, we just took a ride on Slingshot, which was great. You actually got a really good view of the construction site over there with all the supports. And I rode with Jack. Jack, that was your first time ever?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
We didn't get that many clips, but very interesting ride. And I mean, I've been going here for a while, never ridden it, but nice cold day.
Yes, it is. I don't know if I've ever ridden this in this cold of weather because it's usually not open. But we were able to make it work. We got on, and I'm very happy that we did. So over here by Boardwalk Steak and Fries, a few vlogs ago, I did highlight that there was a lot of markers around it. You can see them kind of surrounding this side. Well, I found a new set of markers over here, kind of by this kiosk over here. There's a like pinkish red, another one, then there's some orange and red mixed in, and then some pink over here. So maybe this could be the site of one of those new kind of information kiosks. We've seen them at some of the Cedar Fair parks. They're fully digital and they display ads and a few other things as well. So maybe we'll see those come into the park, but there's a pretty big area for them to highlight and just do that. So I'm not too sure. Look at that. I guess I missed it, but they had Harley Quinn out. You never ever see costume characters for DC just randomly out, but there's Harley Quinn. We're going to the Hollywood meetup right around the corner. It's 2:58. We'll get there right on time.
Yeah, I'm not joking, there's a live there.
Good. Here's Jason taking the picture.
All right, everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, cheese. All right, perfect.
So we just wrapped up the Hollywood meetup, and I want to thank everybody who came out to check it out. I know the date change was kind of messy because the park closed tomorrow, but I really do appreciate everyone coming out, getting your pin, doing that big group photo. It was really, really awesome to connect with all of you at the end of the season. Right now, you can hear some of the holiday version of the Giant Wheel show playing, which I can't play too much of because of the copyrighted audio, but right now it is Mariah Carey playing, of course, and the show is really, really well done.
They're off today.
So ever since the last clip we did Batman, Flash, and Justice League, I'm now sitting here hanging out on Cyborg's grave, and I think I'm going to end the clip off here. The park's about 15-20 minutes away from closing, so I'm just sitting here watching Flash because I'm very cold. But I did want to say thank you all for a, call it, interesting 2025 season here at Great Adventure. It definitely was an interesting one given everything that happened at the end of 2024. At least we did get this awesome ride right here for the year. And you know, we made the best of it, had our fun. There was a lot of changes, most of them associated with the merger, but I am hopeful that going into 2026, we have the, of course, the fresh leadership team that was enacted this year, as well as the new CEO of Six Flags. So hopefully the future of Great Adventure is bright, and I hope you guys had a good 2025 season. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.